On the morning of August 5th, 2009, Dalia Dippolito received a call that changed her life. It was Boynton Beach Police Sergeant Frank Ramsey urging her to rush home from the gym. When she arrived, she was told that her husband, Michael Dippolito, had been murdered. She broke down in tears, but this was a complete act and setup. There had been an attempt on Michael's life, but it was actually Dalia herself who had hired a hitman to do so. Unfortunately for her, that hitman was actually an undercover cop, and it had all been caught on camera. Police had been tipped off weeks earlier about Dalia's plan, and they had made an agreement with the producers of Cops to send in an officer to pose as a hitman, and they will film it. They even staged the crime scene in order to convince Dalia that the murder had gone as planned. When investigators asked her to come to the police station to help them find suspects, Dalia agreed, completely unaware they already had one. It was only when her husband entered the interrogation room that she realized that her plan had failed, that they knew everything she had done, and that she was being charged with solicitation of first-degree murder. But let's rewind and start at the beginning. Dalia Muhammad was born in New York City on October 18, 1982, and her two siblings were raised by an Egyptian father and a Peruvian mother. The family relocated to Boynton Beach, Florida, when she was 13 years old, where she graduated from a local high school in 2000. She didn't know what career she wanted, but she decided to go for a real estate license and began moonlighting as an escort. It was through that work that she met Michael in 2008. Though he was married, he fell head over heels with Dalia and divorced his wife so he could marry her. Their wedding was February 2nd, 2009, only 5 days after Mike's divorce was finalized. Michael was an ex-convict who had served time in prison and was on probation for stock fraud. It didn't take long after tying the knot, however, for him to have a series of bizarre encounters with the law that jeopardized his freedom. One evening, he was pulled over by police after taking Dalia to dinner. Police found cocaine in his cigarette pack, but let him leave believing his sincerity in refuting it was his. On another morning, Dalia handed him a Starbucks drink. Michael fell so ill that he was laid out for days. His encounters with police were beginning to escalate. The police had received an anonymous tip that Michael was working as a drug dealer. Though there was no actual evidence found, Michael was scared enough that a charge would stick that by the end of July 2009, he agreed to transfer the title of his house to Dalia in order to protect his assets in case he were to be arrested. But it was actually Dalia who made the anonymous call, and this was exactly what she had been planning all along. Dalia had been planning her husband's murder for weeks. She approached an ex-boyfriend named Mohammed Shehadeh to source a hitman for the job. Instead, he actually tipped off the police, who were first skeptical of his claims but did choose to investigate. The show Cops was working with the police department that week and agreed to film everything. They set up a hidden camera in Mohammed's car and told him to schedule a meeting with Dalia. They met on July 30th, 2009 in a gas station parking lot where he told her he had a contact who could do the job. She would meet the contact 2 days later to coordinate the details of the crime. Unbeknownst to Dalia, the Boynton Police Department had Officer Whitey Jean go undercover as a hitman to confirm her intentions. The police department coordinated with the producers to record the meeting, which took place in a red convertible in a nondescript parking lot on August 1st. The recording of Dalia's solicitation is absolutely undeniable.
Hey.
We're staying in here, right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, he looks good. Got me up a little bit. You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yep.
Okay. No, I'm good. Just that, took a little while to get here. I just want to make sure you're all right.
No, I'm fine. I came with my cousin, that's why.
All right.
I guess.
Yeah, I saw that. I figured, spider know me, so, you want to take your precaution or whatever. Relax, we're just going to talk.
Okay.
We're going to talk, get some stuff out the way. You all right?
All right, cool.
All right. Okay. First thing first. So I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it and when exactly it's going to be done. Alright? And I don't know if you got recommendations, what you want, what you know about him. Dude, is he your husband or something? Boyfriend? Your husband? How long y'all been married? No, for real, because the thing is, after I talked to you today, this phone, garbage.
Okay.
You won't be able to get a hold of it. Okay, I just want to make sure that, it's what you want.
No.
All right? Okay. Because, I'm here on Word. I'm doing my dude a favor, and, and I'm lowballing. The price is really, really low. You know what I mean? So I just want to make sure that, it's what you want. All right?
Yeah.
So you sure you want to kill this dude?
Do we really have to?
All right.
It's just, I'd rather be as less, whatever with you.
All right. All right. I know I got a picture. I looked at a picture of the house or whatever. I know y'all got an alarm system.
We have alarm, motion detectors, and camera.
What's the company that monitors the alarm system? It's not one of the common.
No, it's not like
Not
a main,
ABT
no, it's
or-
not like a main company or anything like that.
So it's a smaller company.
Right.
All right.
But the thing is, like, in the middle of this week, he's going to be somewhere, and so I wanted to talk to you and see if
Where's he gonna
that
be?
something can possibly, you know what I mean?
Well, all right. So you don't want it at the house?
I'd rather, I wanted to talk to you and see if it's something, you know what I mean, at that place, if you could do something like that, or if it can't be done, and,
Well, that's the thing, which is why, I want to know as much information so I can plan, because I've already started planning as if that's going to be in the house, which is why I asked him for the key for the house. You know what I mean? Because my thing was it's going to be in and out, If you're not comfortable, because a lot of people are not comfortable with me with keys in the house, all that kind of stuff, like a lot of personal information. You know what I mean? It'll take a little while, but I'll get in, I don't care about the alarm system, I just got to know who it is, and because a lot of times, whatever I get from whatever money I get from you, most of it goes into, planning and getting people to do stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just the way it
so
is.
how soon can we get everything going?
Well, it's up to you.
Because, I mean, I need it done, like, this week, but, like, my understanding of everything was that, like, I was going to give you what I gave you, and then that was everything.
All right,
Until
Sorry.
after the fact. And then after the fact, I guess you were going to come and, like, find me or whatever, or you were going to tell me, like,
right.
where it was supposed to go. That's why, like, today when you asked me for money, you threw me off guard, and I told you okay.
Oh, right.
I said to you, oh, okay, because, I'm not going to get on the phone with you, whatever, like, over, but...
Okay.
I mean, I'm good for it. Like, it's not like I don't have it
No,
or
I-
anything. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I understand your position. Like, I went ahead and I gave 12 with the understanding that after everything was already handled, you were going to come and find me. And, I mean, I know not to fuck around with you. You know certain things, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you obviously know where I'm at.
Well, my thing is that I'll give you a quick breakdown of what I've done so far. I got $1,200 from the, all right? $1,200 went to buying my heat, my gun, okay? And a couple hundred, for other people to do things.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. As a matter of fact, I've already spent more money, just to get here.
Right.
You understand? Because I had to get this car, I got to get rid of this car, I had to get this phone, I got to get rid of this phone.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a lot more I had to do.
I know. But, like, I told you, like, I can't keep coming out of, like, I've come out of pocket a lot for, like, a lot of
that's
other
fine.
things.
That's fine.
But you know what I mean? Like, I can't get into it, like,
No,
with you or whatever.
that's all right. Go ahead. That's all
So
right.
it's kind of like, I'm in the position where, like I told you, like, I'm good for it. Like, the day that you needed it,
I know you are.
it's like I came, I met that day, it was handled. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of person that I am.
Okay.
Today, you threw me off guard when you called me at, like, 2, and it's not like, you know what I mean? I have a stash under my pillow.
No, I do. Because I was going to make quick. Here's what I'll do, okay?
I mean,
Here's what I'll do. I don't have to collect anything. Because I was going to take half from you today and then half when it's all done. That was the plan. You understand? If you want to do it in the back end, you might want to have to kick like maybe $1,000 or more. Top two. You understand? Because I have to spend $1,000. Between today and tomorrow. Okay? If you want it done, because I was thinking, if you want it done tonight, tomorrow, or the week, I understand. I could get it done by Wednesday if you want me to. You understand? But I got to do my homework.
Right.
I got to, know exactly where the place is and how to get out of there, how to get in and out. You understand what the neighbors want? I got to call the cops. Report a shooting to see how fast. they get to that location. There's a lot of stuff I got to do.
Okay.
That's going to cost me a lot of money. So I got to buy a phone to do it with and then burn the phone later on. There's a lot I got to do.
Alright, so what can we
But no,
do?
I don't mind. You ain't got to do it now. As a matter of fact, you can leave the thing. You can leave, my payment at the house. If you want to do it at the house, he says he's going to be somewhere this week. If you want to do it somewhere else, then I have to meet with you, later on to cash. Understand? But you let me know. You give me a day. You give me a
So
time.
how are we
you
going
give
to
me
do
a
it?
habit.
So if we go ahead and we do it, like, at the house, like, how
course.
soon could you do it? And
I
what
could
time
do it
are we looking at?
Wednesday morning at the house, because I was looking in the newspapers here. There's been a lot of burglaries in this area. All right, it's not uncommon for someone to break into a house. Okay, it's gonna be like I break into the house. Didn't think he was gonna be home because everybody works in the daytime.
Right.
I'm gonna think he's at work. Boom, he's not at work. Then he gets two in the head. That's it. I take a couple things with me, break a couple windows, make it look like a robbery that went bad. It's all over. I'm gone out of there. You understand? I'm not gonna be by myself. I'm gonna have other people watching my back. Doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because he has guns in the house.
No.
All right.
He's right now, he's on probation, so there's a lot of people that don't like him.
All right. What's his name?
Mike.
Mike. All right. Okay. Now, all right. So that's how I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Robbery went bad. That's the thing. Okay. Now, once that's done, I'll wait a few days. I'm not gonna call you right away because the police are gonna be all over this motherfucker. Understand? The police are gonna be asking you questions, although they know it's gonna be obvious what it is, and they already know. You know what I mean? But they're gonna ask questions, because that's how they gotta do it.
Right.
Okay? But I give you maybe 1 or 2 days, but I'll be in contact with you. You know what I mean? When it's all done, and then I get paid.
Okay.
Understand? All right. Let me see. I got a couple things I gotta ask you. Now, this dude here, you with, how much does he know about this, and how much do you trust him?
He's my cousin, and, it's like, he's the one who, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah, because I know you talked to my man, and,
Right.
My man said he's good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm just saying for you. You understand? Because I don't know how well you handle pressure. You understand? I don't know, because I don't want...
No, I'm not gonna, I'm a lot tougher than what I look. I know you
Oh,
see me,
right.
and you're like, oh, what a cute little girl, whatever. But
Yeah,
I'm not.
That
I'm
you
not.
are. You're extremely
No.
beautiful.
Thank you, but, I just need to make sure everything's gonna take care of.
All right. Okay. So, you pay me the back end. How much are you paying me?
What do you say back at
Well,
my
okay, when it's all done. I was going to get $3,000 from you today, and
Right.
$3,000 when it's all done.
Right.
Okay? Since I'm going to collect all of it at once, just throw in maybe 1,000 more. 1,000 or 2. So
Okay.
can you do 7 or 800,000? What's this one?
Just 7, is that okay?
Okay, 7 cash. Okay? All right, now here's the thing. That's why I want to ask you again. All right, this phone, after today, until I get a hold of you, after it's all done, you're not going to be able to get a hold of me. You understand? Okay, don't try to call me. Even if you call me this morning, I'm going to be working. You understand? If I need any more, information. Okay, what's the name of the development the house is in?
I live right back there.
Okay, all right. That's what I thought it was, like a bunch of tall buildings.
Yeah, it's right over there.
All right, okay.
That's why I wanted to meet you here, so that then you could see, you know what I mean?
What's the house number?
Now, on Wednesday, he's leaving.
He's leaving on Wednesday?
He's leaving Wednesday.
What time
and
is he
he's leaving
leaving
between
Wednesday?
8:15 and 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to know, like, do you want to come to my house Wednesday, or do you just want to, you know what I mean? I don't know what kind of scenes you do, whatever. He's going to be going to the bank on Wednesday. I don't know if,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know if that's too public for you, or
No,
if that's too,
what's he doing at the bank?
if he has to pull out money for his business partner.
Oh, he's not going to, okay, so he doesn't have any money at the house, man?
He like hard cash. He's
Okay.
going and pulling out the money because he has to make it look like it's coming from an account from his business partner.
Okay.
It's like a business
How
account.
much money?
He said he was pulling out, I think, around 10.
That might even be better. He's got
That's
10,000
why I was
right
telling
now.
you.
Okay.
He's
All
going
right.
into the bank on Wednesday and he's pulling out money. Like, I know what bank he's going to
What bank is it
in
going?
Boca. Are you familiar with Boca?
I could find out.
I know exactly
I've
which
worked
bank
in
he's
Boca
going, and I
before.
know what time he's going to be there. If he'll be there early, he'll be there when the bank opens.
Okay. All right. What's the name of the bank you're going to?
So the bank that he's going to, he's going to Bank of America.
In Boca? You know where exactly that
Yeah,
is?
I know exactly where, what time, everything.
Okay.
So I don't know if,
Well, I
the
gotta go.
problem with this, though, is that from where the bank is to where the partner's office is, it's literally, like, next door to each other.
Okay.
Like, he's going to have to get back in the car to go there. I know where the office is at and everything like that. Like, I could show you where everything's at.
His office, his apartment?
Yeah.
All right.
But now I don't know if that's, like, too public for you or...
Well, I mean, I could do it like that. it is public. I'll get the money. But the thing about it is that it's a harder getaway. If it's in Boca, how close is it from like I-95 or something?
You're closer to the turnpike.
The bank is? Bank of America. What road is it on?
441.
441. Closer to the turnpike's good too. Because I need somewhere to get out fast.
Right.
Okay. Turnpike. What road is it on?
It's on Glades and 441.
Glades and 441. Bank of
There's
America.
the Bank of America there and a shopping
And
center.
where's his partner's office at?
This is 441.
Yeah.
This is Glades.
Yeah.
441 is here, the bank is here, and then the next building over on 441 is where the partner's office is.
Okay, so the partner's office is actually on 441 itself,
Yeah.
not Glades.
Exactly.
What's the name of the business?
But it's in a building, like I can get you the building number and everything like that. I know where everything's at, but like the exact...
First floor,
like,
second floor, or anything like
That's
that?
what I
Okay,
don't know.
all right. He won't make it to the building. And he's leaving the house by 8:30. He's going to go get $10,000.
Yeah.
All right.
At that bank, though, he's leaving our house and then going to Boca and doing
That's
it.
the thing.
That's
All right.
why I thought that, like,
What kind of car does he drive?
he'll probably be in that Tahoe right there.
What, it's his Tahoe?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
He'll probably be in that Tahoe, and
That's even better.
he has a Porsche, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be in that Tahoe.
Okay.
And he just had surgery, so it's, I'm pretty sure he'll be in the Tahoe.
It's like taking money from a kid. All right.
So what I was thinking is that that would benefit you because obviously, like, you know what I mean?
No, either or. The thing is, it's more risky doing it in public like that, but I don't mind. I just got to,
That he'll have it for sure because the friend texted him, the partner texted him, when are you coming?
Okay.
And then from there, I know where he's going right after that. But he
Okay.
won't have the money anymore. He's going from the bank to there, and then that's it. You're not going to catch him anymore with money.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. If I don't do it now, because the thing is, I don't want to get greedy, but the fact that he's only got $10,000 on him, I'm interested.
Exactly.
And it's only gonna make it look like he has more reason to be robbed because of that amount of money.
Right.
Right. And they're probably gonna suspect the partner because the only partner knows he's gonna get that.
Exactly.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna try to change my plans a little bit, and then try to do it with the whole bank thing. If I can't come through with it by Wednesday, then it's gonna have to be at the house. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm more interested in that additional $10,000 I'm gonna get from him. You know what I mean? Because that's not gonna come out of your pocket.
So what do you need then? Do you want to go ahead and drive by that area and, like, scout it out, or what are you trying to do?
Right now?
Yeah.
No.
He's just smoking because I'm not letting him smoke in the truck.
Right. No, I think I'll find out. As long as I know where the bank is, as long as I know what car he's going to drive, I know I'm going to have people following from the house to the bank.
Right.
All right? And then he's going to be on.
Because you know he's going to have it. That's what I'm saying to you. It's like,
All right.
you get him at the house, it's like, it's like, but,
Right,
I mean,
right,
I
right.
have nice shit at my house, but still, like, if you go and you
He
know what I
doesn't
mean?
keep any, large amount of money at the house?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No, so you're better. I mean, nobody knows. Everybody, when you come to my house, you
Right.
think, you know what I mean, there's a lot of money there, there's a lot of stuff there, whatever.
Yeah.
But in reality,
All right. Okay.
the only thing would be, if you, like, leave with the fucking Porsche or something, is what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, I hear you. All right. Okay. I'm gonna plan that way, and I'm gonna plan it with the bank. The thing is, you gotta understand, because after today, I can't get a hold of you. If it doesn't work out the way I'm safe, or the way I'm comfortable with it at the bank, then it's gonna have to be at the house. I just want to make sure that you're not gonna be home, or no one else is not gonna be home.
well, you gotta tell me. Like, okay, are we looking at Wednesday morning, or are we
Yeah,
looking at...
Wednesday's the day I'm gonna go for the money. If the money doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to do it before then. You know what I mean? Like I said, I have a small window. At the house or the money. If I don't get it by the money, then I'm done.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I won't even get paid.
Right.
Because so that's my way. It's a short window, so I gotta play. I gotta have people work it.
So Wednesday, he's leaving 8:15, 8:30.
8:15. Are you gonna be home?
He wants to be at the bank when the bank opens at 9.
Okay.
And then he's gonna go and see.
Okay. Can he walk from the bank to the? Is it like walking distance, or you gotta drive to the partner's office?
No, he's gonna get in the truck and drive.
Okay. All right.
He'll get in the truck and he'll drive.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Okay. Let me see. I got one more thing for you, though.
But what I wanted to say to you is that I wanted to make sure, like, for example, like, okay, this shit doesn't happen Wednesday. Thursday morning, for example, you don't come and I'm there,
At the house?
Right, like, I want to make
No,
sure, like...
if I listen, if it doesn't happen by Wednesday,
Uh-huh.
I'm not coming. All right? I'm not coming. What I'm going to do is that if I don't get it done, you're going to get your money back. You know, if it doesn't happen, and if it doesn't happen by Wednesday, I'm going to have to call you from another phone and, you know, tell you a whole different plan. You understand?
Okay.
You know, but I'm not gonna do anything that you don't know of. You know what I'm saying? You're the client. I'm not gonna, you know, do anything without your approval. You understand?
Right.
So.
You know, Wednesday I told you where he's going to be, and then you need to know where he's going to be after he leaves the partners,
yeah.
or no?
Where's he gonna be at?
He has a dentist appointment right across the street at like 9:30, 10 in the morning.
Okay, 9:30. And at that point,
so he's
is
going to be like
is he leaving town Wednesday? You say he's going somewhere. He's leaving town, or?
No, that was that.
Okay, all right. Then he's gonna come back home.
Right, then he's going to come back.
He's definitely not coming back home with the money. Partner's gonna be with.
No, he's meeting the partner, and then from there he's gonna.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna try to do the poker thing though, because I've been planning for, you know, over here. Just, you know, I gotta do my homework and come back.
No, that would be ideal because it would make it seem like that's the reason why.
Right.
No, I'm okay.
I'm good. Thanks, man. All right. Nice dude. All right. Wednesday, bank, $10,000, right?
Yeah.
And between y'all. All right. It's gonna be in that car. His name is Mike. And so you just had surgery? When?
His back right here.
Back. All right. Okay. So he's not gonna be able to move that.
He won't be able to, like, I mean, he walks fine and everything like that, but I mean, you know, it's going to be like a little bit of a struggle.
Okay.
He wears here, like all this here, you know, all these here are like tender points.
Okay. All right. Okay. If it's not done by Wednesday, then I'll call you. If it's done by Wednesday, the only thing you're going to hear from me is to collect, all right? Which is why I said that, you know, between now and when it's done, you know, you're not going to have an option to change your mind. Even if you change your mind, you're not talking to him.
There's no changing, there's no, like, I'm determined
definitely
already. I'm positive, like,
okay.
5,000% sure, like,
okay.
I was stressing when you told me you were going to come up here, and then I'm, like, looking at the time, I'm like, what the fuck, he's not coming, he's not this, you know, it's like, all this stuff or whatever, like, no, when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, like, as soon as he told me, listen, I need the money from you, I went, I grabbed it right away, like, we were good to go. Like, with me, you're not going to have a problem, you're not going to have an issue, you know what I mean, nothing of nothing, I just...
Okay. Do you have any money on you right now you could afford or anything? You don't have to, I'm just saying.
I didn't bring anything.
Okay, no big deal. It's all right. Okay, so about the key to the house.
I have that, but I didn't make a copy of it because I wanted to talk to you about Wednesday to see if Wednesday was going to work out better than.
Yeah,
You
Wednesday.
know what I mean?
Wednesday's going to work out
so
better.
Coming to the house because the thing is that I don't want to pay for the phone, but like I told you, I have cameras. They don't record, but I have cameras on the front and in the back, and then I have the motion detector.
Yeah.
So it's like even if you go with the key, the sensor's going to go off, and then he's going to see like on our TVs. You know what I mean? Somebody exactly.
Okay.
So I didn't want to fuck you up either, and then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Have an issue.
Okay. What floor is it on? Is it on a first floor or?
There's 3-story townhomes. When you walk in, it's an office.
So all right. So the whole 3 stories is you guys?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
The whole 3 stories is us.
All right. All right. You got the key with you? I just want to see what kind of key it is.
It's just a regular. I have it in the truck because.
You know the name of the. I mean, I could. You know, it's just I don't want. You know, just right now I'm planning for the bank thing. I'm just saying, if the last minute the bank's not going to work out, I just want to make sure that I can get it done. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have to say, have to say fuck the money. I just want to get the job done.
Right.
Understand?
Well,
so,
I mean, he walks the dog in the morning, and when he walks, every morning he's walking the dog like at a certain time. We leave our front door unlocked.
Oh, perfect. And are you going to be home Wednesday morning?
Wednesday morning, yeah, unless you tell me otherwise.
All right. Okay. Do you go jogging in the morning? Do you go to the gym in the morning?
I was going to the gym, yeah. I mean, if I go tomorrow, it's not going to look weird or anything.
Okay.
I go to the gym on a regular basis.
All right. Wednesday morning, go to the gym.
Right.
All right. Because if I can't do the bank thing, then I'm gonna have to do it at the house. I don't want you at the house.
Okay.
Understand?
Around 6:30, 7 o'clock, he
Yeah.
always walks the dog in the morning.
Okay.
And
Okay.
he walks the dog across, like, over where the lake is, and our door is always unlocked.
I'll be in the house by 6:30 Wednesday morning.
Okay.
6 o'clock, you're in the gym.
Okay, if you
All
decide
right.
that you're not going to do the...
Well, that's the thing. Listen, by the time you get back from the gym, you're gonna find 2 things: a dead body in the house, all right, or nothing.
All right,
Okay. If it's nothing, then it's gonna be the thing.
all right.
All right?
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow then. Then when I go Wednesday, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
But remember, always around 6:30, 7 o'clock, he's always
Walking the dog.
walking the dog.
Okay. Just make sure you're at the house by 6 o'clock in the morning Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. And then
I'll be over there. I'll make sure I'll watch you walking out the house.
Okay.
Just want to make sure
and
that
you're going to get there earlier and everything like
earlier. I'll be there early in the morning. I just didn't think I thought it was going to be about 9:30, 10 o'clock thing. But since it's going to leave the house by 8:30, then I got to be here. I got to be hours before.
Right.
To make sure it's all done. So.
And then, too, worst case, he's going to be at the bank and that's
At the bank, Glades Road, 441,
Yeah.
Bank of America, right? $10,000. Okay.
All right.
All right. Anything for me?
No, I mean, we're good, right?
We're good.
You don't need to know anything else, or you're okay?
I think I'm good.
Okay, and then how are you going to know where I live if you decide that you're going to go to the house?
Yeah, you just told me. What's the house number? I think
I
saw the picture. I saw the picture.
But it had a whole bunch of house numbers. You know which one mine is?
Wait, which one's the house number?
It overlooks the lake.
What's the number?
1329.
1329? Okay. All right. 1329.
Yeah.
First floor. Okay. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a swing by there right now.
All right.
1329. Looks at the lake, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the name of the road there? Like was it the yeah something? I think I just drove through there.
You're gonna. That's what you're gonna do. Oh, so you already went by?
Yeah, I went through there. That's what I'm saying. That's why it looks at the thing.
Okay.
1329.
Right.
What's the exact address? 1329 what?
It's right there. You're gonna see it. Which way are you gonna go in?
I'm gonna go into. I think the first one. Not this one right here. The first one down.
Okay, you're gonna go down the first one. Make a left.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be like a one-way ramp. Keep going.
Right.
And then you're going to U-turn.
Okay.
And then it's going to be on the right-hand side. Be at the Pepe.
Yeah, all right. That's what it was. Yeah. 1329. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. And I guess
You'll hear from me.
I'll hear from you.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Bye.
The morning of said murder, Dalia went to the gym at 6 a.m. as promised. While she was away, police set up a fake crime scene at her and Michael's beige townhouse. When she returned, there were several police cars parked in front. The house had been cordoned off with yellow tape and a forensic photographer was documenting evidence. She sobbed into an officer's arms when he told her the news that Michael was dead. It began as she might have expected. Sergeant Paul Sheridan comforted her as a widow and took her to the police station to help them identify a suspect. From her reaction, Paul brought a handcuffed Whitey Jean into the room and claimed the suspect was seen fleeing her house. Whitey, still playing the part of a court criminal, denied knowing Dalia, and Dalia did the same. But then police made a startling revelation. Michael appeared in the doorway and told her he knew everything. She then started begging. "Mike, come here, please, come here. I didn't do anything to you." He told her she was on her own. Dalia was charged months later with solicitation of first-degree murder. Dalia's first call from jail was to her husband. She was not only denying trying to kill him, but criticized him for not getting her a lawyer. Michael demanded the title of his property back in return for comforting her distraught parents. She was then released the next day on a $25,000 bail. Her trial loomed ahead of her. It began in spring 2011. Prosecutors argued Dalia wanted her husband dead and control of his assets. However, Dalia claimed she was aware of being filmed by an undercover officer and that it was her husband who was so desperate to become a reality TV star who convinced her to concoct a murder for hire video. Her defense attorney, Michael Solnick, said, "It was a stunt that Michael Dippolito, whether he'll admit it or not, hoped to capture the attention of someone in reality TV. Michael Dippolito's hoax to achieve fame and fortune was a bad prank." The jury disagreed and found Dalia Dippolito guilty. She was sentenced to 20 years, though an appeals court in 2014 found that the jury was improperly selected, leading to a retrial in 2016. At the sentencing hearing, Michael said, "People tell me you're lucky to be alive, and I'm like, I guess, but I still have to go through all of this. It's not even real. It's like I can't even believe we're still sitting here like this girl didn't even try to do this." Despite the overwhelming evidence, that retrial ended in a hung jury. Dalia was released on house arrest and gave birth to a son before her final trial in 2017. While Circuit Judge Glenn Kelly agreed with the defense that having cops film the arrest was egregious, he sentenced Dalia to 16 years in prison on July 21, 2017. Her appeal to the Florida Supreme Court in 2019 was rejected. With no more appeals to file, Dalia will stay at the Lowell Correctional Institution in Ocala, Florida until 2032.